So I had been watching Farmer Meemaw, and if you guys have not watched her, you are missing out. She did an accent tag video and said, you know what, if you're a creator on YouTube, make this video, let me know you're going to do it, I'm going to put it in a playlist. When I watched her do this, I literally laughed until I could not breathe. Because I think it's funny how, as creators of different parts of the United States and even in other countries, we all have different accents. But to me, I don't sound like I have a really strong accent, but I guess to you guys, I probably do. But I'm from East Tennessee. I think Meemaw's from Arkansas. And so even Southern accents, it's funny because most people are like, oh, Southern accents are all the same, but they're actually not. Like, even East, Middle, and West Tennessee have different accents from each other. So it gets real confusing. Like, most of the time, if I hear somebody speaking and they're from the South, I can kind of tell you where they're from. So basically the accent tag is this. We have a list of words, and then we have a list of questions, and the questions are trying to make you say what you would call something. So the first word I know is a Southern way of saying it. I say it's aunt, like one of your parents' siblings. If I'm referring to her, I call her my aunt. If I'm speaking to her, it's my Aunt Angie. That's how because my Aunt Angie was here. So if I'm talking to her, I call her my Aunt Angie. The other one is roof. I don't know how else you would say roof different, like the roof on your house. Root, like Route 66, salmon. I don't know how else you would say that, except I've heard some people say salmon with an L, and the L is silent. Caramel. I know some people say caramel, but I say caramel. New Orleans. Again. How do you say again different? Maybe it's the way it comes out when I'm saying it. I don't really know. And so far, maybe I need to go back and re-look at them, because I know Simply Circus done it, and he said his wife is from New Jersey, so I guess I need to go back and watch that so that I can hear the difference, because all I hear is, this sounds normal to me. Alabama. How would you say Alabama different? Wash. Now, I have to say, I don't say it. I say wash and the wash machine. But 90% of my family do not say wash, they say wash. They're going to go wash the dishes. They got a wash machine. So 90% of everybody says wash. Oil, like you get your oil changed in your car. I don't know how you'd say that different. Theater. I say theater now because I'm reading it. But most of the time, like if I'm just talking about it, I'm going to say theater. I put an emphasis on the A, theater. Iron, like to iron your clothes. Fire. Fire's a funny one. Because if I'm talking about like, I'm going to go out here and we're going to light a bonfire, I would say fire. But if I'm threatening one of my children, like if you don't stop, I'm going to beat the fire out of you. Far is what you say when it's bad. Pecan. I know some people say pecan, and no, it is pecan. Probably. I don't know how you'd say probably different. Water. Sure. Like I'm sure about something. Data. Ruin. I think ruin's a funny one too. I find it funny that like most Southern people, we have a slang that's all our own. Ruin, like if I'm saying, good Lord, you ruined it. I don't always just say, good Lord, you ruined it. Like I would say something like, you might as well throw it out. It's ruined. It's ruined. Ruined is a word. In the South, ruined is a word. Crayon. I don't know how that would be different. Spitting image. Like, oh Lord, he's the spitting image of his mama. Both. I don't know how that would be different. Coupon. Lawyer. I don't know how lawyer would be said different. Maybe it's just the way that we pronounce it. It just sounds different. Pajamas, Alabama. I already said Alabama. Aluminum, naturally, syrup, shower. Now, I gotta tell you, I added shower. And I'm gonna tell you why I added shower. Because there's a funny story about shower. If you are up north or anywhere that is not in the South, and let's say, you know, you would like to, if you said, I would like to share, you would be telling somebody that you have something that you would want to give to them. If you are in the South and say, I want to share, that means you want to take a shower. So, shower is another good one. Because in the South, it is share. I take a share. Mayonnaise. When I look at it, I want to say mayonnaise because I'm reading it mayonnaise. But I don't say that. I say mayonnaise. Man-aise. Nothing else. Like there's the Y don't exist. Man-aise. Caught in envelope. And I think that's all of them because I didn't read them in order. So, the questions. These are some doozies. What is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? I've actually done that before. And we just said we were rolling a house. So, if you tell somebody, hey, tonight at 10:30, meet me outside. We're going to go roll somebody's house. You're throwing toilet paper all over it. What do you call the bug that rolls up in a ball when you touch it? That's a roly-poly. I don't even know if there is another name for a roly-poly unless you like call it by its scientific name, which I don't know what that is. But a roly-poly would be what I would say. Actually, me and my brother used to catch roly-polies and build little mud castles and put moats around it so they couldn't get away. And put roly-polies on it. We tortured them, poor things. Oh, this one's a good one. What is a bubbly carbonated drink called? Now down here, if you say the word pop, the only thing we think of is like popping somebody in the mouth. You don't think of a drink at all. Not at all. I will say soda if I am referring to it, you know, in front of someone who I think might not be Southern or might not know what I'm talking about. If I don't say soda, soda is kind of acceptable to say. But if you are down south and you say, what do you want to drink? And they say, I want a Coke. The correct response is not okay, because you didn't ask me what kind. If you say, what do you want to drink? And I say Coke, then your response should be, what kind? And I will tell you, it could be Mountain Dew, it could be Dr. Pepper, it could be Pepsi, it could be a ton of things. Because if you ask somebody what a Coke covers and umbrellas everything. But if you say, do you want a Coke? And I'm like, yes. What kind? A regular one. Regular one means I want a Coca-Cola. That's how you tell the difference. In the South, that is how you know if somebody's talking about an actual Coca-Cola or if they're talking about any other carbonated drink. What do you call gym shoes? I always call mine tennis shoes. I don't even know why. I just call them tennis shoes. What do you say, and I've never played tennis before. What do you say to address a group of people? So, here's another one. As you know, most of us say y'all. I'm actually going to let you in on a little magical word that is very Southern. If I was going outside and I seen y'all sitting out there, and I said y'all, if I seen everybody sitting out there, I would say, hey, what are yuns doing? Yuns. Yuns is an acceptable word in the South that refers to a group of people. Yuns. It can be used instead of you all or you guys. So, I don't even know how you'd spell it. Y-O-U-N-S maybe? Yuns? Okay. There is you an education from the South today. Yuns. Let's see. What do you call an oval-shaped spider with really long legs? Granddaddy long legs. And I have to tell you a little bit of something about a granddaddy long legs. My nanny has always told me this. And I have to be honest with you. I'm 30 years old, and to this day, I've never Googled it. I have never accepted it as anything other than truth. I don't know if it's true. I've never looked it up. My nanny said it. It's true. That is, I have been told my whole life that these spiders are the most poisonous spider in the whole world. But the only reason that they don't bite you and you don't die, and the reason you can play with them, is because their mouth's too little to bite you. I doubt that's true. But that's what Nanny said, so therefore it makes it gospel. What do you call your grandparents? So obviously you know, my mom's mom I call Granny or Nanny. We interchange them all the time. Nanny or Granny, either one. My dad's parents I call Meemaw and Papaw. And then, like John, he calls his grandmother Nana. So there's a lot of different nicknames for grandparents. What do you call the wheeled contraption you carry groceries in at the supermarket? Guys, I don't think I've ever in my entirety of life called it a supermarket. I call it a grocery store, because when you go, you're going to go buy groceries. So I call it the grocery store, and when you go to the grocery store, you push a buggy. You get a buggy, you push a buggy. When it rains and the sun is shining, what do you call that? Is there even a word for it? I don't think there's a word for it. But I do know Nanny has always said that when it's raining and the sun's shining at the same time, that it means the devil is beating his wife. Yet another fact I have not Googled. I've just took as truth. Oh, Lord. What do you change the TV with? The remote. I don't even think there would be. What else? I don't know what else you'd call it. Unless you say you kids. Have your kids get up and change the TV for you. Before there were remotes. But that's all the words that she's got on here. That's all the questions she's got on here. I had a really fun time watching her. I will make sure to link her down here. Go and check out her videos. Go look for the playlist and watch other people. That way you guys can see how different people from different regions say different words. And thanks for watching and enjoying my little Southern lesson here on how to be a hillbilly. All right. I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Oh, by the way, before I forget, if you've made it this far, then you'll be excited to know that as of today, I have officially joined the Homestead Network. I will be live every Friday night from 8 to 9. So you guys are Eastern Standard Time. So you guys are more than welcome to join me. Who knows what I'll be talking about, but you'll guarantee it's going to be fun. So love you guys. See you later. Bye.